Hi. I just wanted to give an update on my healing. I've been well now for almost 3 years. In April it'll be 3 years, and I haven't had any symptoms at all for 3 years. I had schizophrenia, bipolar, thought disorder, generalised anxiety, and I probably had autism as well. And my life's just so much better. And there's a guy in the Bible named the Syrian that got healed from leprosy, and he would have been like 45, 55 years old. And he says when Elijah prayed and he washed himself in the Jordan 7 times, he got healed from leprosy, and God made his skin like new, like that of a young child. And so I think sometimes I'm a bit naive emotionally and childlike, I guess. Sometimes I'm overly friendly with people and they just think I'm coming on to them, which I guess is some reflection of our culture, which is just soaked in sexual sin and, as well. But plus it's just me being naive and being just friendly to people. And also I got in trouble with the police and got put in jail for the 9 and put on probation for 9 months. But it was mostly it was just a lie. The policewoman who lived next door just talked a whole lot of shit about me, same as Joseph in the Bible, when Potiphar's wife tried to have sex with him and he ran away, and she got him put in jail for attempted rape. And that's basically the same thing that happened to me. And so I was hoping that I could be an encouragement to the other believers, and that I suffered for my faith, because all I did was put a note on a door about Jesus. And there's some other stuff I did that wasn't real good, but I'm glad that I got disciplined for that, but it wasn't what they said. And they charged me, and but I didn't really argue the point. I just said I didn't even know her. Like, they said I was stalking her for 2 months, and I didn't even know she existed until 6 days before they arrested me. And so it was a bit of a farce, but anyway, that's all over now. And I actually got taken off all the medication a year ago and discharged from mental health completely. And but I got really frightened because I've been institutionalised after 30 years or 35 years of treatment, and so I just got frightened when they just said you can go, basically, because they finally listened to me. And I've done 50,000 lines of code in my game I'm writing at oilybeard.com, and just been really busy and productive and relating well with people, and in general. I mean, it's still a struggle. Like, I'm not, like, still life's still a pain in the ass sometimes, but generally, I mean, it's just all completely different to what it was like before, when I was like suffering from illness and stuff. And they put me back on medication about 4 or 5 months ago and put me in hospital for a week, but they could tell I wasn't ill and they just let me go again. But I'm still on medication. But what I found is if I'm not on the medication, I'm just really frightened, like just overwhelmingly frightened, just of everything, basically. And I think I'm just so used to being stoned on the medication that it's just growing accustomed to being well and being off it, I guess. I mean, plus God's protected me from the side effects and stuff. Like, it's only like about 7 in the morning here in Albury. I'm just down visiting my dad for a couple of weeks, and he shouted me a ticket on the aeroplane down here from Mackay, and so I come down for a couple of weeks to see him and his girlfriend Mari, and or his partner, and Mari. And just been like working, doing computer repairs and developing my game I'm writing at oilybeard.com, and it's probably 90% complete. It should be done by about June or July this year, 24. But yeah, I don't know, life's really good, and I just enjoy every moment, and just overjoyed. And yeah, I'm probably not that really good at relating to people anyway, but in some ways it's just kind of brand new, and well, nearly all the ways, I guess, or all the ways. And yeah, I'm just going really good and haven't suffered at all with any symptoms at all for 3 years. I haven't heard voices, haven't had mood swings or mania or depression or thought disorder. My thoughts are quite ordered. And what was the other thing? Generalised anxiety. I haven't had any anxiety at all. And yeah, before I was like a block of wood emotionally, and now I experience all my emotions and stuff, and people pick up on them, and so yeah, it's just wonderful, and God's so good. And probably the only other thing I can say is I'm just standing my ground now. Like I never did that before. When I was ill, I always would back down from everyone, and but now I just stand my ground all the time. That happened even before I realised I was better. And 3 years ago, the first thing that I noticed was a guy was bullying me, and I just stood my ground, and he wouldn't come round and face me. So I just went up to my room and lay on my bed, and I thought about when I met God 6 years ago and how I touched his hand, or her hand, because he appeared as a 30-year-old woman, and Jesus was there as a woman with red hair, and Jesus was sad, and he didn't say anything. Like, even when I talked to God, which I was doing most of the time, God the Father, it was just like kind of in the spirit or in our minds. Like, he was right there, and he gave me some food to eat and stuff, but I didn't open my mouth to talk to him. I just sort of communicated with my mind, and there was 2 angels there as well, and but I thought, like the woman in the Bible, like that touched the hem of Jesus' robe and said to herself, if I just touch his hem of his robe, then I'll be healed. And I always believed that, but I always thought, well, how am I ever going to touch God's hand, you know? And then that was 6 years ago, and then 3 years ago, I realised I had touched his hand. I thought, well, maybe I'm better, and I just stopped. I just didn't have symptoms anymore. I just started watching myself for that, and I just haven't. And so yeah, I just praise God and thank him so much for being better. And I suffered for about 50 years, and now I'm better. And it's just like, wow, it's just all of life's brand new, and there's just joy in everything. It's just amazing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty much better. So I think, as far as I can tell, I don't think there's really much doubt anymore. So, and I don't think it really matters either way, because I believed I would be healed if I touched him, and I did. And I'm like, well, I'll just watch myself and see how I go. And 3 years is a pretty long time, whereas before I was hearing voices every day since I was 12, you know. Now I'm 54, and got better when I was 51, and or just after I turned 52, so I'm about to turn 55 in about a week or 2. So yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, there's been a lot of people at church condemn me and stuff, and like one thing Paul said in the Bible was, "You are not afraid of my chains," and so a lot of people have been ashamed of me, and I mean, not afraid, you're not ashamed of my chains, and I got put in jail and stuff, and a lot of people from churches condemn me and mock me and judge me, and it wasn't even anything I did. I mean, I still got corrected by God for some stuff, but yeah, it was just really bad. And like what they said about me, and a lot of people in the community don't like me and stuff and hate me, and but anyway, it's just the way it goes, I guess. And I guess I'm just suffering for Jesus, you know. So it's an honour. And God says in the Bible that if you suffer, then you'll also share in his glory, and suffering is a part of being a believer. And I look at people in China and stuff that go to jail for their faith, and I prayed I could go to jail for Jesus for 3 years, and God answered my prayer. So probably put a smile on God's face, and I can kind of relate to what Jesus went through a bit, you know. So I just living it, I guess, or trusting God, because I've been trusting God all the way through it from a year ago, whenever it was. And I didn't know what to do. I've never been in trouble before, and I didn't even do what they said. And So I just trusted Jesus to get me out of it, and God, and through Jesus. But yeah, I'm really good, and just everything's amazingly good. It's just wonderful. Like, my whole life is just amazing, and I've been really productive writing my game and stuff. And like I said, I wrote 50,000 lines of code in the last 3 years since I've been better, and nearly got this game going. So hopefully I can make a living off it and get off welfare and stuff. And plus, I've been doing some little computer repair jobs around town and been contracted a few times to do some quite big jobs over a number of days, each of them. And I've got a motorbike now. I paid it off. It's almost brand new, and I've got a really nice PC with 2 big gaming monitors and proper GPU, and it's like really, really fast. It's probably a year and a half old now, but it was just like not the top of the line, but it's worth a fortune. And I've had nice things before, but I was never able to hang on to them. And now that I'm better and stable and stuff, and just living in the same place kind of thing, not moving around, I'm just able to hang on to what I got. And and I haven't missed paying any of my bills for 3 years, like my rent and eating properly, and even buying cigarettes or whatever. And I haven't been smoking that much, to be honest. I've been more vaping and stuff. And walking every day for exercise, and just doing all the self-care kind of stuff, like showering and washing my clothes. And so it's just, God is good. Anyway, God bless. Bye.